Здравствуйте, уважаемые дамы и господа. Знаете, кто человек в синей рубашке, который вот там сидит в своем рабочем кабинете и неустанно вот в нем трудится? Это Дэвид Швалб из Schwalb Realty Group, один из самых надежных ваших проводников по дремучему лесу коммерческой недвижимости, и я имею в виду продажу, покупку, аренду. Специализируется он в индустриальной недвижимости, многоквартирных домах, офисах, магазинах. Он частный независимый брокер, представляющий как инвесторов, так и интерпренеров. И помните, господа, что на рынке недвижимости движется только цена. И почти всегда вверх. Поэтому не мешкайте и звоните Дэвиду. А вообще надо действовать, иначе в итоге вашей недвижимостью будут только воздушные замки, а в них жить нельзя. И получать доход с них тоже нельзя. А сейчас я предоставляю слово замечательному человеку, очень опытному брокеру Дэвиду Швалбу. Hello, David. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
What is the situation right now in the commercial real estate market?
Well, I would say it's a tale of two cities, and it's going to be based on the asset classes that people are involved in. So if somebody owns office real estate or retail real estate, it's challenged. As you know, not too many people have been going to the office the past year. And when things start to come back post-pandemic, there are concerns that the office market's never going to fully recover because people have figured out other ways to work outside of the office. As for retail, the trends were even before COVID showing that we might be overbuilt with retail nationwide. Although again, that may vary from place to place. If you go to Florida, in a lot of places, most of the shopping centers are pretty full and vibrant and full of people.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, you go here in Illinois, you might drive down Dundee Road going through Buffalo Grove, and you see on either side of you completely vacant shopping centers. So it's going to make people think maybe these places need to be repositioned. Now, on the other hand, apartments and industrial property are the two hottest things. Apartments tend to be a perennial favorite of investors in general. Not everybody wants to buy a home or can buy a home. And a lot of people want to maybe just, hold off buying a home because they're not sure if they want to live in a certain location. Maybe they're concerned about their job. So it's more convenient to rent. So apartment investing, if it's done right, can be pretty rewarding, especially if you're patient. Industrial has been very strong. And it's not just, in Amazon leased facilities. There are all kinds of companies that need more and more space than ever to temporarily hold the items that they're pushing out to market through e-commerce. But we're also very pleased to see more interest in manufacturing. And we work with clients nationwide, and they're doing all kinds of deals. We even are involved in railroad related real estate, and the trends are really very interesting, very positive for rail related industrial real estate.
David, I told our viewers that you are a private broker, right?
Yes, correct.
Please, for those who come across this term for the first time, explain what it is.
Well, private real estate brokerage involves representing transactions that are done, what we say is, below the radar, so to speak, where, traditionally a lot of commercial real estate deals are listed where, you can go on LoopNet or the MLS and the whole world can see it. And occasionally we handle deals like that, but our main focus is working with buyers and or sellers that want to quietly do a deal. So for instance, somebody owns, I have a deal right now where somebody owns a 1.6 million square foot industrial complex, and they, didn't want to tell the whole world that they're selling. And it was based here in the Midwest.
Okay.
And they actually were negotiating with somebody else, and it wasn't going anywhere. And they showed me the deal, and I brought my investor from the West Coast, and within a week we had it in contract. And so what I bring is more certainty to a seller. And on the buyer side, I bring the buyer a competitive advantage in the marketplace, because even if you have all the money in the world and you are ready to go do a deal, there are literally hundreds of deals or thousands of deals out there to look at. And you have to ask yourself, how much time should I spend even to kind of do the triage, the initial review of a deal, and how much time should I have my personnel work on the underwriting and some due diligence before you even go and look at the property. And then you got to allocate time to visit the property. And even if you have like your own private jet to fly around the country, there are only so many hours in a day and in a week to go and look at properties. So we help bring focus to buyers, and we connect them face to face many times with the sellers, and we just get down to doing a deal.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
Listen, I understand that predictions are thankless task, but still, I have to take advantage of having you here.
Yeah.
How do you see the situation for investing money in real estate? I understand industrial right now is
right
in favor, yeah. In the coming years, or is real estate always the right investment?
Well, I think real estate is the right investment based on the circumstances, being in the right location, being the right kind of real estate, and having the right tenant in place. You know, you got to be able to check off all the boxes, and if you can't, it doesn't matter. You can have real estate in a great location, but let's say you're stuck with it because, you know, you got to charge too high of a rent. You know, let's say there's a bad spot in the cycle. You know, real estate can be rewarding where people are careful about the investment. They're ready to do it long term, and they're not heavily leveraged. I do think right now is a great time for owner occupiers. If someone is leasing their space for a commercial business, now is a great time, because the interest rates are so low and the access to SBA financing is wonderful. We just helped a lady who owns a trucking fleet. She was paying $36,000 a month in rent, and she had a budget about a few $1 million for buying something. And she was ready to put down as much as $1 million for a down payment. Well, we found a property, and by the way, the property was not listed, because it can be very competitive to find properties in that price range. And we helped her work with a banker who did SBA financing and helped her throughout the process. And English was her second language. And so she definitely needed, the extra help. It was the first time. Long story short, her monthly payment on her mortgage, as well as the property tax escrow together with that, it's only $15,000 per month. So we helped her basically add another $250,000 to her bottom line. And I get a lot of satisfaction helping entrepreneurs, who are like going places, help them save money and build their businesses, reinvest or invest in their families, whatever they want to do, but to do better. And there are a lot of opportunities right now for owner occupiers, I think.
David, you are a rare gem. That's all I can say. Господа, этот человек, конечно, может творить чудеса. Попробуйте позвонить ему, если вы находитесь в поисках правильного вложения своих денег. Рекомендую его от всей души. И не просто так, естественно, рекомендую, а за свои слова отвечаю, потому что он проверен. Огромное вам спасибо. Thank you very much, David.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again here.
Looking forward. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.